Hey, what's up guys, G1X here, and today I thought we'd take a look at Transformers Generations Arcee. Now this is probably the most anticipated Generations figure that we had in some time, just because of the fact that we never got an Arcee back in the G1 line, and this looks absolutely perfect with your G1 characters, so if you want to pose it on that shelf, or pose it with your other Generations Filmbots like Chromie and Windblade that just came out, it looks absolutely perfect. I think they nailed it with this design. This is absolutely what we were crying for like 30 years, or not quite 30, I guess 28 years. But this is a fantastic representation of the original G1 Arcee. Some of the things that it comes with, you can obviously see it comes with these two swords. It comes with this gun. You also get a gun here at the bottom that can store there. I guess that kind of serves as a back exhaust if you want. But another place, if you didn't want to store it there, you wanted to just kind of weapon her up a little bit more, you can push that down there. And now you have her fully mounted up. She's ready to do some battle. It's a little bit of overkill, if you ask me. But go ahead and taking those off. Wanted to take a look at some of the nice details. It being pink on white for the most part, except for, this part right here is actually pink plastic, but this is white. You can see here on the sides that they did a really nice job. There's no paint splatter. There's no pink going over into the white, so it's a nice clean job. On this side, you get a little bit of pink going into the white, but not too much. For the most part, they stayed, in the area they were trying to stay in, so very nice job. I really don't have any QC issues with this figure. Don't have any paint splatter or paint splotches anywhere, so this is just picked up at regular retail, so very nice job. You can see the nice blues here. Now, they don't fully come out to the edge there, but it's fine with me. But some nice blue paint there. Tampograph Autobot logo. Nice little cockpit area. I would have liked maybe some color in there. Maybe if they would have painted the steering wheel or the little TV screen that she has. But, that probably would have went over a little bit in the budget. So maybe Takara is doing something like that. I'm not sure. I don't think they are, though. But, yeah, if you wanted to customize this a little bit and make it a little bit more personal, that's something you probably do. But very nice all over. This little thing, it does come out sometimes. So if it does, you don't have to worry about it. You can just pop it back in there. So I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that. But yeah, very clean little vehicle. I dig it. It does roll, kinda. It's not the best in the world just because its wheels are so small, but yeah, really solid. It's exactly what we wanted. Now, as far as comparison, like I did say, we will take a look at it with the G1s because that's probably the shelf I'm going to display it on. But you can see it here with G1 Hot Rod, and as far as width, they're about the same, or Hot Rod's a little bit more. As far as bumper to bumper, they're about the same size. Maybe Hot Rod's just a little bit longer. But you can see that he's kind of a little bit larger vehicle as far as mass goes. I don't know how well that's showing up. But yeah, there's the one vehicle comparison. I do have quite a few in robots, so let's go ahead and get into the transformation. The first thing that we're going to do is this section right here. We're going to pop those and pop that off of that hip there. You can go ahead and pull this back and bend that in, and just leave it back like this. Then you can just pop these. You can see whenever you're putting them in there, they just kind of pop into place. So pop that, bring that down, and then you can bring the legs in. You can go ahead and come forward with the feet. Let's just make sure that's a little bit more in focus there. All right, with the arms, I just kind of pull them down a little bit here. We want to kind of pop this up, just because whenever I put it in car mode, it'll just set on top, but there's these two little bitty tabs, and I just kind of pop it past that, so it looks a little bit more cleaner in car mode. So release that, and you can come up with this section here. Just pop that out right there, and then whenever you kind of pull this back a little bit off these shoulders, you can come down with them. And they just set just like so. This will come down, and you see these these little loops. They'll fit over the shoulder, so come down like that. That'll fit there. Push her belly in, her chest in, all that. And then there is a little tab there for the head, and tab that. There you have her transformed. Looking really good. And I love this design. I mean, You know, I'll be honest. I talked to the Hasbro guys at BotCon, and I asked them. I said, you know, the designers, did they take any like cues from Impossible Toys? You know, like Nightbird, and I believe the other one was Valkyrie. And they said, no, absolutely not. But as you can see from that transformation and kind of the way everything looks, I got to think that they did a little bit. They maybe they don't want to admit it. I know talking to some ex-Hasbro employees, you know, they said that, yeah, they had guys that all they did, their job was to watch and see what third parties did. So I got to think that there's some cues taken from that. But since Impossible Toys isn't no longer a company, and they did a much better job with this one, I'll be honest with you. This is a really nice job. Everything is solid. The thing I had a problem with Impossible Toys, everything was kind of crummy. The paint was bad. The tightness of the joints was bad. So if you have those and you're like, should I get onto this one? This is much better quality. It is Hasbro. So, and you can see that there's some nice paint here. So you can see there's like a little blue here. This obviously transferred from the car mode. Some more nice like little white paint here on the sides just for accents. You know, love that. The pink that was already in car mode. Just very nice all over. It does have the backpack there, but I mean, that's kind of what we expect, you know, from Arcee. And plus, you know, it's got to go somewhere. But it's clean. It's not too much. It looks great from the front, and she always kind of had these things in the anime anyway, so it fits. It doesn't really bother me that much, and as you can see, I'm just having to move her forward just a little bit to kind of compensate for that weight, so not too much. It's not overbearing. Now, before we mount her up with her weapons, I do want to show a couple of comparisons here. So first off, let's grab the other fembots that have come out here recently. There is Chromia and Windblade. If she will stand, man, those heels are bad on her. But anyways, you can see that they're about the same as far as head to head. They look really nice together, but my Arcee is going to be going on my G1 shelf just because, you know, this is my G1 Arcee. Might end up buying another one, who knows. Now, before we get into the articulation and other things, let's take a look at some of the G1s and see how she kind of stacks up with these guys. So here we have Blur, we have Cup, and obviously Hot Rod is in his car mode, but grab Rodimus there. And I think that she fits in perfect there. She's just a little bit shorter than everyone. This looks fantastic. This is absolutely what we were wanting. So Hasbro, thank you. Thank you very much. It took 28 years, but you know what? We finally got it. So I'm happy. Right now, as far as, you know, articulation and stuff like that, she does have quite a bit of light piping, as you can see here. I don't have any lights coming from this end, so you can't really see it, but it does work really nice. The head is on a ball joint, so it will look up and down. It will rotate here to the side. Can you get it at any angles? Not really, just because of these big hair buns right here. The shoulders on a ball joint, so it can go up this much. That rotates and moves all the way around. You do have a bicep cut. You do have, if you can hear that, like a little soft little ratchet joints there at the elbow. Nothing in the wrist. Nothing in the waist. The legs. Instead of just having a ball joint here at the legs, you can see back here, when you move that forward, part of her, butt, it goes with it. So that's how that works. They don't go out that much is the only problem. They don't rotate on here either, so it's a little unfortunate. But they do rotate here at the knee. It does bend a little bit more than 90 degrees here at the knee as well. And the feet do go back and forth for some pretty cool poses you can get out of that. You can also see that the feet are kind of angled outward, so if you want to give her a wide stance, she's still standing flat on the ground. So I do like that. They should do that with every Transformer. I don't really like the whole they're standing flat when they're straight up, because whenever you want to go wide stance, then they're standing at like angles, and it's kind of weird looking. But as far as what you can mount her up with, now there's two different differences from what I've heard with the hands. There's the open hand, which is obviously this one. There's also a closed fist one. You'll notice on here, we can get let's come on, let's focus on that. Oh, come on. All right. Back here, you can see that there's like this little thing that's causing it not to go down all the way. So like with her sword, I mean, she's barely holding on to it because you can't go down any further. Now, if you wanted to try to kind of cut it at an angle to go that way to get past this little stopper thing, then you'll probably end up breaking off the thumb. So that's something that I wouldn't try. But she does hold the sword, you know, and can go upside down and shake it. It doesn't come out. So it is secure. It just looks a little silly. Same thing with the guns. I mean, you have this long, you know, holder here, but it doesn't slide down all the way. That's as far as it'll go down. Same with, you know, the other little gun. So it just looks a little silly. With the closed fist, I believe a buddy of mine told me that it's not going to have that, and it will just slide down all the way. So if you do see both at retail, because it is going to be packaged in its robot mode, look at the fist, and you'll know which one to buy. I believe this is kind of like the first version or whatever. So now you can mount her up with her weapons several different ways. If you want to put these swords on here, you want to do it that way. If you wanted to put them, you know, on her hand, I already showed that. If you want to put them on, you know, her legs and give her all her guns and stuff like that. However you want to do, you have several different options here. Come on, get your other gun there. So you could mount her up all types of crazy ways, make her look good. One other thing that I wanted to show off is, you know, with the swords, off with her animated counterpart here. Or her, you know, self. And we can see her with, you know, the animated Arcee, which was, I guess, quite a few people stand in Arcee. But very nice together. Absolutely love this figure. This is definitely my favorite Arcee this far, and yeah, I'm just grateful to finally have her. So if you don't have her yet, guys, and you are kind of on the fence, this is one that, if you're a G1 fan or you're a Generations fan, I think you'll be extremely satisfied with this one. It's just what we've been wanting. It's G1 Arcee. And also, you know, just that one thing that you need to be aware of with the fist. So if you see the opportunity to get either or, I'd probably go with the closed fist. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Peace. Talk to you later.